Alright, hi everybody. We had a little bit more interest in the Honda cb900f Super Sport 1982, and so I wanted to take a close-up video of all of the parts, and I'll do this one side and then the other side because of the lighting, and then I'll fire it up cold and let you hear how it starts up, how it runs, and then we'll go do a drive and go through the gears. So starting on the throttle side at the front, you can see the condition of the rims, original paint on the rims. You can see the condition of the caliper and the number of the paint chips. I'll put in a penny for reference as to the size of the paint chips. Moving forward, there are a few rub marks on the top of the fender, and again for reference you can see the size of those and the number of those. A mark on the turn signal. The paint on the front of the fender is original and is in very good shape. Moving forward onto the headlight. Fork tubes, triple tree. There is a spot on the wiring that needs to be retaped. The original controls, and you see there's no corrosion on the top of the front master cylinder. The gauges, I'll do a quick turn of the key so that you can see the lights light up and the turn signals. We have the original mirrors. There is some spotting just underneath on the tank. There is a small mark behind the filler cap, and the paint overall on the tank is in really good shape. There is a small dent on the bottom underneath the paint, and again to give you an idea of the reference, it's hard to say, there's really no depth to it. May not show up in the video, but there is a small dent in that area that's visible in certain lights. When you look at the top of the tank, and again in the video it doesn't show up, there are some buff marks or some lengthwise scratches in the clear coat that you can see. Very similar when we move down to the side cover. Again, we have original paint. The logo is in great shape. There is some fading, not peeling, but there is some fading on the stickers, and if you feel them, they're rough to the touch. Maybe something similar to a 200 to 400 grit sandpaper is what that stripe feels like. The rest is smooth. Again, for reference on the sticker on the chip there. Okay, there we have a view of the carbs, and you can see what the engine looks like. You see down below there is no, we'll try to do this with better light on the other side. There's no marks from carb leakage, gas leaking, or anything like that. The engine has been cleaned, but there's no historical evidence of that. No issues with anything leaking from the head gaskets or the valve cover gaskets, which sometimes can be an issue with these bikes. You'll see there are some rust marks inside of the fins on the exhaust coupling manifolds, and as you can probably see in the larger pictures, the bluing on the header pipes. The pipes are in great condition. Those are original Honda factory exhaust pipes, and you'll see there is a small mark, and again for reference, on the back on the right, there's no markings of being dropped or anything on this side. Here is a close-up of the rear caliper and the rear suspension. Again, it's a little hard to see down in there. The swing arm's in good shape. The rear wheel disc. This bike has new pads on it, on the front and the rear on the brakes. For the rear depth on the tread, to give you an idea of the tread depth. Rear turn signals, everything's in good shape. And then you'll see, I'm not sure if it will show up in the video, I'll try to get it in a different light. There is some stress cracking in the fiberglass on the back. Let's see if I can, you can sort of see it in on the left bottom side of the screen here when that light is right. You'll see it has a Saddlemen seat cover that's been put on. So that's what the bike looks like from the throttle side. What I'll do now is I'll turn the bike around and so the lighting is better, and then we'll take a look at the clutch side.